Hey guys, what's up? My name is Rob. You're back on Rule of Two Review, and today I wanted to give my quick thoughts on a random trailer and piece of news that came out today about a really cool looking game announcement. It is for Monster Hunter Stories, which of course, we know the Monster Hunter franchise has been around for a while. It started on the PSP in Japan, I believe. The last couple of years and couple of releases have been exclusive to Nintendo, so there definitely seems to be a deal with Capcom and Nintendo to keep it exclusive to the 3DS and the Wii and the Wii U, which is pretty cool. Huge Monster Hunter fan. Me and my buddies just lose hours of our lives to those games. Monster Hunter 4, which recently came out, is so goddamn great. It's easily the best one that I've played. And this announcement just really was a huge surprise. I mean, it doesn't seem to be getting a huge amount of news or press right now. What's notable about it is how different of a game it looks like it is. It seems like it's even the art style alone, you're watching footage of the trailer right now. There's one Japanese trailer right now, and that's all that exists. No further details. You can see the art style is incredibly different than what it's been basically the entire series leading up to this. It's, I don't want to say it's cartoony, and I also can't say it's cel-shaded, but it definitely seems to have that kind of cel-shade vibe. It's almost cooler looking than cel-shading. I really, really like it. It's incredibly smooth and fluid. It's very vibrant. The colors and the animations and the characters in the world just pop right off the screen, you know, and it looks like a beautiful 3DS game. Although I'm accustomed to the more, it's still like overly exemplified or overly exaggerated, characters and kind of worlds that you're playing in the previous games. They still are trying to be kind of realistic in a sense. You know, it's going for that, you know, more gritty sort of look, despite being still fairly colorful and, like I said, exaggerated characters and monsters. But this is like taking it to a whole new level. And as much as I like the previous style, I also think this looks fantastic. However, the real crux to this seems to be that it's a very different kind of game as far as how you play it. My theory, there's been no information. We only have a 2016 Japanese release date so far, but there's no reason to think that this game won't come to the West and North America and Europe for a couple of reasons. I feel like what they're getting at with this game, like I said, right now it's called Monster Hunter Stories. Monster Hunter RPG is kind of what they're referring to it as part of the way through the trailer that you're watching right now. I think this is going to be Monster Hunter's kind of Zelda sort of experience. I think it's going to be more of an action-adventure, open-world kind of RPG. The Monster Hunter games, for anyone who might not be familiar with them, are really not like that at all. They're fairly segmented, not in a way that's bad or restricting. It's just what has worked for that formula. You're going to a couple different areas and towns, and there's some places you can go to do things, and there's a way to go to missions, and you just go to these huge maps to do a specific mission, whether it's, you know, fighting and hunting a huge monster to harvest its materials and its leftover pieces, or if you're going to just harvest for materials throughout the world or complete small tasks. It's nothing like a typical RPG, even though it is very deep-rooted in hardcore RPG elements. The actual structure is you're in a town, you get missions, you go to do a thing, and then you come back to town until you get another mission. And that's kind of what you're doing, and you're upgrading your weapon and your materials and your armor and stuff throughout. And it's great. It's super addictive. It's fantastic gameplay and worlds. It's just awesome. This, I think, is trying to do more of the typical action RPG sort of thing. I assume it's action. I could also see this sort of being turn-based, maybe not a real-time game, but I mean, who knows right now. The back half of the trailer that you're watching does show what is obvious actual gameplay worlds. Again, it looks gorgeous, and it could play something more like a Final Fantasy, or even more recently like a Bravely Default, or it could play like, you know, like I said, a Legend of Zelda, or even like a Skyrim or something, you know, where it's just this huge open world, and it's mostly real-time battles, but you level up and you know, customize your armor and your weapons, you know, like a typical RPG kind of game. So it's going to be really interesting to see. We obviously have no information other than this trailer. We understand the art style, and that's about it. But it's pretty obvious that with the title and the fact that they're focusing on the RPG aspect, that it is very much going to be a different kind of game. And I think it's probably going to be a great game, you know. I think Capcom isn't perfect anymore, but I still think they have some of the best developers around. When they really put their minds to it, they make great games. I still think Street Fighter and Monster Hunter is a great series, and you know me in Resident Evil, I love it to death. I do think there are issues with how they're doing the games currently, but still, it's all pretty good at the end of the day, and I'm hoping that they come back true to form for Resident Evil soon. So I believe in Capcom. I want to believe in Capcom. And with Monster Hunter, like I said, they seem to be knocking it out of the park, and whenever they seem to work with Nintendo in a Monster Hunter game, it seems to bring out the very best in them. So as a huge Monster Hunter fan, I thought this was really cool, random, exciting news. I can't wait to see how this pans out. I have no reason to think that this won't release in the West. It's big. Monster Hunter's been doing great lately in North America and other markets, so I think that it's going to be in Japan for a period and eventually come out in the States, in Europe, North America, and I think that it's probably going to do really well for itself. There's a big market here. The Monster Hunter new 3DS sold fantastically. People are loving the game. There's just no reason to think that it won't come here. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. That's it for today. Just quick thoughts and update on this pretty cool announcement. What do you guys think? Do you think that this trailer and this new world and style for the game looks interesting? Have you not previously been a Monster Hunter fan, but maybe this makes you look more like you would want to try this game? Or maybe it's the opposite, where you enjoy Monster Hunter and you think that this doesn't look like anything that's interesting to you. Who knows? Everyone could fall on different sides of the camp here, so I'm really curious to hear what you guys think. You know what I think? I think it looks cool. Very excited to find out more as we get closer to release. So thanks for tuning in and checking this out. Of course, if you like what I'm doing, please feel free to subscribe to Rule of Two Review, like, share, and comment about Monster Hunter below. And thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time on another video for Rule of Two Review.